Hey MomBod Nation, how is it going? I am recording this, so if nobody jumps on live with me, you're able to see it later. And for those that aren't able to, obviously you can jump on. Okay, so meal planning is like sometimes really, really hard, right? Especially if you're totally new to this. So I wanted to show you exactly what I do when I meal plan. I'm going to show you kind of a sample of what I do for one day. That way this doesn't take a ridiculous amount of time because I am putting my meal plan together right now. So I'll show you what I do for kind of a typical day, kind of as I start the week, and give you a really good idea of how I meal plan. And then the meal plan that I'm working on right now will be available in the file section. So I'm going to show you a few things. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen here. I'm going to bring up my Chrome. All right, downsize that a bit. Okay, just move this over here. Okay, so you guys all should be able to see our exclusive MomBod Nation bootcamp group. That is what is right here. I want you guys something to notice is right here in the file section. If you guys hear Despicable Me in the background, that was my kids. They're getting entertained with that while I do this for you because it has been gorgeous out, but now they're finally cold. They've been outside most of the day. Okay, so in the file section, you can look through here, you guys, and there is a bunch of other meal plans. There is a template, I believe, in here. Meal plan template if you want to follow that. There's a sample. If you are getting the prep day emails or if you've gotten the prep day emails in the past, there's also a sample meal plan template that you can use within those emails. I believe it is on day 5 for meal planning. There's a bootcamp contract. There's a crockpot cookbook in here. Lots of different recipes that you guys can try out. And then there's also the one that's the 21-day fix cookbook, which I already opened. I wanted to just show you guys real quick. So it's just it's a PDF of the 21-day fix cookbook by one of our sister coaches from our team or from a sister team. And you can just go through and see if there's maybe anything that you want to do. Let's look at turkey and quinoa stuffed peppers. So she has cute little pictures here, and then it gives you a breakdown. You guys, Pinterest is amazing. There's tons and tons of recipes you can find. Like anything that you kind of want to make, even if you have a recipe that you're like, I want to make X, Y, or Z, but I don't really have the healthiest version, you can Google it, Pinterest it, look up the 21-day fix containers. I almost guarantee you somebody has done a cleaner version of it and broke it down in containers for you. But if you can't find it, please just post in the group. I am happy to break down any recipes, and I've gotten really, really good at it. So let me know. And if there's a recipe you want me to clean up, I mean, obviously it has to be within reason. I can't take chocolate cake and, make it into perfection, but I can make it a lot closer and tell you what I would count it as. But there are those options. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to move this down here, is if you go into, so this is just in Beachbody On Demand. So when you open up Beachbody On Demand, this, give it a second to think. Now my internet's gonna be slow. Okay, so this is what typically comes up when you first open up Beachbody On Demand. So this is really nice, you guys. There's a whole blog. If you click on the blog, it brings up this nice little scroll bar across the top where you can shop, you can look at results from different programs, wellness. It's basically a breakdown of all the blogs, but you can go to their recipes. You can also go to nutrition, and they have meal plans right in here. This is something I pointed out in my email. So if you have not looked through that, that is there as well. And here, I'll just click on it real quick and I'll show you. The meal plans are actually really nice. So if you want to keep this super simple, if you're totally new to this is where you would go, and you can look at, hey, here's a Body Beast one if you're doing that, or a lot of these are 21-day fix more appropriate. So here's a fixed date meal prep for this calorie, this bracket. I believe this is B is what that one is. And then breaks it down country heat. There's a few other ones. I'm trying to find the one that I really like. Quarter Force is good. Here, we'll go back to this 21-day fix because I think most of us will be following the 21-day fix. This one is a no-cook one, which is nice. This one I've done during the summertime because I feel like it's a little more summer type of food as far as like the salads and everything. I don't know about you guys, but like once it gets a little cooler, I like warm things. You know, I think we all kind of do. So this is a really nice one, and it gives you a breakdown of what you're going to be doing for prep. Breakfast gives you your breakdown of what containers they're going to be using. Lunches, goes on and on. I'm obviously not going to read this all the way through to you, but then it talks about even how to prep. It talks about, you know, prepping your veggies, how to make the ranch for the Cobb salad. You want to make these things ahead of time so it's easier for yourselves. And I would really encourage you guys to take Sunday evenings to make an actual, like, section off a time that is for prep, for cooking meats ahead of time, for, you know, cutting up your veggies, doing all those things. But it kind of goes on to talk more about the prep, and then it gives you a grocery list. So, I mean, you can't beat that. Here's a full grocery list of what it is if you were going to make this meal plan. So that is there, which is really nice. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is if you go up to the blog again, click on blog, it brings up this little scroll bar, click on recipes, and then it will give you tons of recipes, which is nice because they're all broken down into what the containers would be. So I was just looking through this. So what I do when I am trying to do my meal plan, trying to put all my stuff together, I will, I don't know where I want this. I will bring up my Canva thing. Oh, that's not the one I want. I want this one. I will bring this up. So I do my meal plans within Canva. This is what I use. This is like one of the meal plan templates that I have. This is where I like to do mine because when I do my meal plans, you guys, I'm giving them to you. So this just makes it easier and it's clean for you guys to read, and I can upload it. Now you can do this on pen and paper. Like, you don't have to do anything fancy. This does not have to be on the computer. Like, don't get overwhelmed with making it look pretty if you don't need to. You know, you can do it strictly just here, but you have to stay down. So I like to do mine right on here. So one of the things I would do then is, you can see I have these little boxes across the top. Now, if I was doing this on pen and paper, what I would do is I'd figure out what it is I need for my meal plan, where I fall in my brackets. Now, I fall in A is my bracket, which if you don't know how to do that, you guys, go into the 21-day fix, the program materials, and kind of go through the Start Here guide, figure out where you fall in the bracket of the containers, and then you can write down across the top. Sorry, it's going to be a little loud here, guys, with my kiddos. You can write down across the top of your paper so many reds, so many purples, so many greens, so many yellows, so many oranges, blues, and then the gray on here are teaspoons. So you can write those all down just across the top. And what I would do if I was doing this on pen and paper is I would just cross one off as I use it up. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I hope this all makes sense. I'll just show you one day because, like I said, I want to keep this fairly concise for you. But if you have questions, obviously ask, and I want to share with you what exactly is I do. Oh, go away thing. We're going to go to tips and recipes. And one of the recipes I found that I liked was in the dinner. And what was the name of it? Oh, the slow cooker chicken tacos. So we have a really busy week coming up. So I want to prep something that I know I can do a lot of, and something like a slow cooker chicken taco where I can have all my chicken already made. That would be really helpful for me and for my kids. My kids like this type of food, and it's just easy. It's also something that you could utilize for more than one recipe if you change out what you want to do. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to put it in for a couple days. So I'm just going to go down here to the bottom, and so it's called slow cooker chicken tacos. Here's all of your ingredients. Your whole recipe is right here. Gives you your nutrition facts if you want to look at that. That's not what I want to look at. What I want to look at is portion fixed containers. Now you can see they have a breakdown for the different programs. Most of us are following right along here, the portion fixed containers, you guys. So it's a half a green, a red, yellow, and blue. So red, yellow, blue, half of a green. All right, and then I would go over here. Now, if you were doing this on pen and paper, like I said, you would just go to your pen and paper, and I would, let me get a little text box on here. I would put in here slow cooker chicken tacos. Now let's make this a little prettier for y'all. And so it actually fits. Okay, what do I usually do? 16 or 14? This is probably the benefit of doing on pen and paper. Like you don't have to do this stuff. But we're gonna have it for dinner this night. So I'm gonna put it here. And then what I would do, yes, Becky, you can have just a half a cup though, please. Sorry, I got a little boy asking for stuff. So then what I do is I have this list across the top here of all of the containers that I use. So this is no different than if you were crossing it off. I'm gonna make a copy of this real quick. So I have a full one. I'm just gonna set this over here. Sorry, this is what I do all the time, and you guys are probably thinking it's a little confusing. But, okay, so the slow cooker chicken tacos, I said those were one red container, a yellow container, a blue container, and then half of a green. Now, anytime I have a recipe that says half of a green, I know I'm gonna make that into a full green because it's just easier for me to make things into full green containers or go along those lines. So I will make this into a full green container. So I'll have a green, move a red over. Red, and then a yellow. And a blue. So that would be my slow cooker chicken tacos. So I always like to start with my supper and then I fill in my other main meals, and then whatever leftover containers I have, that's what I use for my snacks. So for breakfast that day, I always do my Shakeology. That's just my go-to breakfast every single morning. I keep it really consistent. And depending on where I end up with my greens, sometimes I'll add peanut butter to it, sometimes I'll add spinach to it, but I pretty consistently do my Shakeology with half a banana. All right, so if I do that, your Shakeology counts as one red. So I'd have one red here and then one purple for my fruit, for the banana portion of it. So that would count as those. Breakfast, or excuse me, not breakfast, lunch-wise then, I was looking and I had found on this one, there was a chicken soup. Let me go up to the top here, which I believe was just the normal. This is a Fixate cookbook that is really good. And you can look up any type of thing you guys want, obviously. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Oh, maybe it was over in this one is where I found the chicken noodle soup. Anyways, we have leftover chicken right now. It's actually turkey is what I'm going to be using. We have leftover turkey that I want to just throw into a soup. Sorry, I thought oh, here it is. Yep. So here's the chicken noodle soup. So once again, I would just go down to the bottom here. Here's all your nutrition, whatever, recipe stuff. And then here's your containers. Once again, I always add extra veggies to my soup. I will make this into a full green container versus it just being a half container. So I know for my chicken noodle soup, I'm going to be doing that for lunch. And I'll be doing a full green container, a red container, and a yellow container. So once again, I would go back here to this, make a copy of this here. So for lunch, I'm going to have chicken noodle soup. If I can spell here. And that is going to count as a green, red, and yellow. So once again, I'm just going to pull down my things here. Come on. Green, red, and a yellow. So now I know I have these remaining things up here across the top. Now, depending on where I am sitting as far as like my slow cooker chicken tacos or whatever it is that I have left, one of the easiest ways that I make up the rest of these containers then is I will add them to my snacks, or I will make bigger portions of the chicken noodle soup or the Shakeology, or not necessarily Shakeology, or like the slow cooker chicken. So for a red, what I will do here to make up for the red, I know Monday is going to be a busy day. I probably won't have time to have a morning snack just because of what I have planned out for myself that Monday morning. So I'm going to add an egg on here. So I'm going to do Shakeology with half a banana and 2 hard-boiled eggs. So 2 hard-boiled eggs fits into our red containers. So that is going to give me another red container there. And then for my snacks, I love, you guys, apples with peanut butter or almond butter, very, very simple, or a banana with peanut butter or carrots with peanut butter, whatever it is. There's lots of different things that you can utilize for that. So here, let me make another copy of this. Then for snacks is where I'm going to fill in the remainder of these containers that I have across the top here. So my snacks will include, I'm going to try getting a later morning snack in because I know I'm going to be able to, I'm going to have a late lunch on Monday. So I'll have an early breakfast and then, yeah, it's going to be a little ways before even lunch. So I'm going to, I just said that I wouldn't be able to have a snack, but I'm going to try getting my snack in. So one of the things I'm going to put in for snacks is apple and PB. And then secondly, so my apple and PB, that would make up my purple container. And then I'm going to do my teaspoons. Am I doing that right? I need to double check this. Sorry, I'm going to go back into, let's look in here. We're going to double check something really, really fast. So if you're ever questioning what the containers are, if you don't have the book right in front of you, I'm going to show you real quick how to get into what foods go to what containers, because sometimes I forget which ones they include. I'm pretty sure it goes into a blue container, but we're going to look. So we'll just go to 21 Day Fix. And then if you go to Program Materials, there's the start here. This is where you would find all of your stuff and figure out your tallies, where you're at. There's a workout calendar, food lists. Here we go. So here's our food list. Now you can print this off and have it obviously sitting right in front of you. That really helps. So I had left over on this one, my apples. So I had some grays, an orange, a green. So go back to our food list here. So your teaspoons. Let me see here. Okay, where does peanut butter fall? Does that fall in the blue? Peanuts. Where's our nut butters? Seed butters, nut butters. They are teaspoons. Okay. I couldn't remember if they fell into like the blue or orange or teaspoons. Sometimes I get confused with those, so it's nice to be able to go back. Okay, so my peanut butter is going to follow into my teaspoons. I apologize, you guys, if this is super confusing, but this is going to go here for those. And then my second snack, I now have a green container left and an orange container. Now let's look back at our food list. Orange containers, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, chia seeds, pine nuts, yada, yada, on and on. Peanuts. So one thing, olives, I love olives. So what I will probably do for a second snack is I will simply do carrots and olives. So I'll do a full container of carrots, and then I will do a orange container of the olives. Let me make this a little prettier. Sorry, I usually make it a lot prettier than this, but, oh, come on. So then I would be able to just move these down here. And there I have it. I have all of my containers used up for the full day. So what I would do is I would have my breakfast. I know, like I said, Monday is going to be a busy day for me. So I will pack one of these snacks and hope that I can get it in before lunchtime. If I can't get it in before lunchtime, I'll eat one of my snacks with my lunch. Then I'll try to in the afternoon eat one of my additional other snacks. I prefer to eat my apples and my higher carb type things earlier in the day, so I have that time to burn it off. But that is just my choice. So this is an example, you guys, of day one. Now I know, like I said, my slow cooker chicken tacos, goes, I'm going to do this more than once. Oftentimes I like to do my dinners for leftovers the next day. So then I just simply go like this, copy it, and then I move it down. So I know what we'll do is end up doing kind of a Monday, Wednesday, Friday is probably what we'll do with that. So I'll make another copy. And then I just do it all over again. I have my list right up here, so I just kind of keep making copies of this, of how many I need for my containers each day. And then I just fill it in. So I'm going to stop my share. So you guys, I really hope that makes a little bit more sense of how the containers work. It really does get easier as you go along with this. I truly remember the first time jumping on going, oh my gosh, they told me to spend 15 minutes making up this meal plan, and it gets really, really overwhelming. But if I can encourage you to do anything, is please go through that email I sent out. Go through those 10 steps, step by step. I know it's a lot of words on there, but truly, if you go through each step, you will go, okay, first I need to inventory and prep what I need. So I need to print off a meal plan template or get at least a piece of paper out so I can write things down. I need to look at my fridge and see what I already have. Because if you already have chicken and you're like, hey, but I want to do this recipe that's all hamburger type stuff, but you have chicken that needs to be used up, you may as well use up your chicken. So look at inventory, what you already have, so you can utilize those things. Because I, for one, am not one that likes to have just an insane amount of food just all over. I prefer to like use it up as I go along, because it's just easier for me. I keep track. I stay on task a little bit better. So figure out what works good for you and look through your pantry. If this is your first time and you're jumping into this, please, please, please go through your kitchen and make sure that you're getting rid of those foods that are too much of a temptation. Don't bring them into the house, because I know what it's like having those foods around, and if there's nobody else there, you just want to eat them. So keep those things in mind. Make sure you're portioning out your snacks and everything else. Go through those 10 steps. I swear everything is right there that you need. And then if you have questions, reach out. I am here for you. So I hope that gives you a little bit better idea. I'm going to go through now and make up the rest of my week. I'll be posting in this meal plan into our file section, so you'll be able to access that. If there's any specific recipes that are different than ones that I'm finding on the blog or whatnot, I will let you guys know about that. But if you have any questions on recipes, just let me know. All right. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. I'm going to end this meeting. Thanks.